Hey you guys, welcome to Consume the Goodness. My name is Kendra. I'm a certified lifestyle and weight management coach, and this channel combines healthy lifestyle with God's word. And today is going to be kind of just like rambling. It is Thursday evening, and I thought it was Wednesday, and I do my videos on like Friday upload. So I am just going to do a food one. The video is crab Rangoon Chaffles, using my little mini waffle maker thing for the first time that I got from Just Jason Keto from a what's it called? Like a drawing, you know, a giveaway. Yeah, my name came up on the wheel. I can't think. Okay, so that's a good indication of how this is gonna go. Since that's what I'm gonna do, I was like, oh crap, I realized what day it was like a couple of hours ago. So I just busted out the camera and recorded me making the chaffles. So the encouragement for this week is just going to be some voiceover encouragement, talking about something that I start talking about. I don't know. I'll just get to it since really I don't know what I'm doing really for this. So we'll just play it. I'm going to do a voiceover and we're going to see how it goes. What to talk about. Oh, well, okay. I'll just use this as my encouragement. Well, I was in the shower. I don't know, just thinking. I was just thinking about life and thinking about the world, and really began to realize how much of a failure I am. Like, I am failing. My husband and I are even raising failures. But when I really started to think about why I was failing, when I really was thinking about just life in general and the world in general, you know, it doesn't apply to every single person, every single everything. But in your typical way, in general, I realized that I was super failing to fit in, with food, failing to fit in with faith, with my marriage, as a parent, as a content creator. In so many areas, I am failing to fit in. And actually, I really am okay with that. I can stand confidently in being different, in failing at fitting in and matching the majority. Okay, so like failing to fit in with food, but confident in knowing that our family is eating to be in the healthiest state that each of us individually has ever been in, ever. From our youngest child to the oldest person in the family, my husband, all 6 of us are the healthiest that we have ever been because of the way that we eat. That is not a typical, American standard diet way of eating. It's different. It gets poked at, it gets judged. Let's see what else. Failing to fit in with my walk with Christ, but knowing that my family is striving every single day to be obedient, humble, lights for Jesus, and echoes of the voice of truth. And failing to fit in as a content creator even, but confident in knowing that even with the whispers about, that I heard at the very beginning of this, those whispers in my mind, in my head, whatever, about how nobody would want to hear any of these types of things that I would have to say about life with Jesus or healthy lifestyle, but confidence in sticking to what I felt led to do here, which is to connect my knowledge of healthy lifestyle and my experience helping clients with reaching lifestyle improvement goals and with their weight loss, connecting those things with God's word and not straying from that, just standing confident in that, and failing at fitting in as a married woman, but confident in having a solid marriage because we make it a point to keep Jesus at the center, not people, not complaints, not the world that so often talks about things like women being, independent woman, or your stereotypical husband, wife issues and complaints and whatever else, nagging and whatever. So just confident in knowing that I don't even know if this makes sense anymore. Failing at raising kids to fit in, but confident in knowing that they are being raised to be set apart. They're being raised to stand out in unpopular ways, even And I know that I imagine for some people who hear that, it's like, that's terrible, because to us, we're like, if you're hated by the world, but you, like, if, just, bleh, here I go. See, I'm trying to make sense. Just raising them to stand out in unpopular ways, even if it means that they're hated by the world, and having confidence in knowing that the world hated Jesus first, and not to lose heart because he has overcome the world. There are just so many areas. I could go on and on. I don't want this to be I'm going to try not to, because I know that I tend to really go off, and then I can go off on some completely different topic altogether that's sort of connected to one point that I made, but it's still kind of off topic, so I'm trying to not do that for you guys. I don't want to take up a ton of your time, but yeah, so I failed. This is just something that I was thinking about, and it didn't make me feel bad. It made me feel good that I fail. Because of where I'm failing. And I unapologetically, unashamedly fail, because I know that I'm failing at fitting in. I don't want to fit in. I don't want to fit in with the world. I don't want to fit in with everyone else is doing it, or, well, everyone does it this way, everyone does that. And it's not from lack of trying, I'll tell you that, because when I was younger, I did try to do the, your typical teenager thing and your typical young adult thing, and you're, this age, that's normal, and get this out of your system, get it out of your system now, have your fun now, before you settle down and get married, and you're 21, so that means that it's time to do this. You're 16, so you must do this, this, and this. And now you're 18, so you have to do these things. And now you're 21, so now it's time to go out and drink and do all these different things. And everything is just so set by the world, by society. And I tried to do that for a while. And I did go along with the typical, your typical way of eating everything in moderation, and the whole grains and the fruits and all these different kinds of things. I did that. So I did try to go along with what the majority of people and what society, or, a big chunk of corporations or big name, whatever, how they tell you that we should live and how we should eat and things that we should experience at certain ages. And they made me feel terrible. I felt bad sometimes during those things. I felt bad almost every time afterwards, whether it was food or behavior, something that I actually physically did. So yeah, not for lack of trying, because I tried to do the fitting in thing, and it didn't go so great. It wasn't until I really ate for health and took the time to study actual nutrition, not just looking at, I'm told, or a doctor said that I should eat based off of the food pyramid. A doctor said I should eat American Standard Diet. A doctor said I should eat, brown rice, chicken, and fruit and vegetables. So that's what I'm going to do. No, it was looking into the opposite of that, the health benefits of how I eat now, and success stories of how I eat now and my husband eats now, and the way that we feed our whole family. It wasn't until I really started applying that stuff, eating for health, and it wasn't until I really started living for Jesus, not just saying I'm a Christian and then nobody would be able to tell it by my actions, but when I really started living for him, and when I really actually started to dig into the Bible and study it and apply it, that's when things started to become better than ever. I started to feel better, and life, just everything was better than I ever imagined. I went from being your typical lifestyle at whatever age and American Standard Diet, and went from listening to, the God's word that I was consuming was very, this is to tickle your ears. All of the, Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes, and Stephen Furtick's of the world, all of them, that's what I was taking in. Nothing that was very sound biblical teaching to convict you, to step on your toes. And the way that we eat, it's very different. It's very different. I think I'm already starting to go off track. So anyway, that was it. So I failed. That was the whole point of this, but I'm okay with failing and not fitting in. And while I know that I have a lot of room for improvements, and I always will until the day I die, I still know that my effort in this life is to improve in the healthiest and most biblical ways. And so I hope that this is inspiring in some way. I know that it can be challenging sometimes to be set apart. So I do hope that this is encouraging or resonates somehow. Crap, at the very least, I hope that my ramblings even made any type of sense at all. Pancake one or chaffle one?
Chaffle.
And do you want me to dip it? Or not?
Please.
Okay. You like it?
Sweet.
That's it for this week's encouragement. I hope that the things that I said made sense. Really, I just rambled on and on and on. Those chaffles turned out so tasty. The kids loved them. They really liked dipping in the liquid aminos and really liked putting some sriracha on it. And then there was one kid who really preferred it just the way that it was. Everybody enjoyed them, which is awesome. And I seriously love that little, I'm just gonna call it a chaffle maker because that's all I'm doing. That's what I'm making. I love that thing. I'm seriously so excited to be using it. It's so easy. Way easier to clean than I thought. I was so worried about it because in my head I'm thinking about your typical waffle, bigger waffle makers, and they're such a pain in the butt to clean. And this one, no, so easy. I just wiped it down. It was just so easy. I mean, I used some Dawn and a wet washcloth. Wiped it off again with paper towel. I mean, it was just seriously so easy. I'm super excited to make my husband sandwiches and stuff now. Sometimes he's like, man, just a sandwich. Not to the point where he wants to compromise himself, because he knows that when he eats bread, his back starts to hurt again, and he just has a lot more inflammation and pain in his body when he eats bread or carbs, the high carb stuff. So I'm really excited to make a sandwich so he can have that again without being in pain and feeling like crap. I want to try so many different things. Some of them are sweet, I want to try cheesecake chaffle. I want to try donut chaffle, because I've made keto cheesecake, I've made keto donuts, but I wonder what it would be like as a chaffle. I mean, I could make a glaze, where all you do is just some maybe powdered sweetener and heavy whipping cream. Mix that up to make a glaze to go over the top of it. Oh my gosh, I feel like that would taste so good. So many ideas. Oh, I also have some shredded. I also have a roast that was shredded up. Leftovers of that. I think I do a shredded beef chaffle. Possibilities are endless. I'm so excited. I wanted this to be a super quick video, and I really don't know how quick this is because I feel like I talked a lot during the voiceover part, and now I am continuing to talk a lot. That's all though. I do hope that this somehow connected with something for you individually, you personally, that there's something that was said that it's oh my gosh, I was just thinking of that, or I was just feeling this way about this, or I was just wondering about that, I needed confirmation about this, or whatever it might be. I am just praying that this video was helpful somehow. That is it for this week's video. I love you guys so much. God bless, and I hope to have you back for the next one.